why would an interview start with a guy like this, sitting in a chair, almost incapable of moving well? But almost 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. And I was running a very successful business, a business that I began 23 years ago that provides environmentally responsible products for anybody, both businesses and consumers, to buy. But that's not the real story here. The story is, how has the life unfolded? I mean, you can see me tremoring right now. I'm tremoring so deeply that it's like every muscle in my body is so tightly contracted that it's so uncomfortable sitting here. It's like all my muscles are on fire, and they're so tight, and it's so hard to even. It's so hard to get comfortable, and I never thought about it before this happened, that comfort we take for granted. I always took comfort for granted until I began to understand that there's places where I just cannot get comfortable. What am I learning as I'm experiencing this suffering and pain? What's coming out of it? And what's coming out of it for me is an understanding of who I really am and why I'm here. What am I here to share? What is it that is going to cause me to finally connect with other human beings in a way that we all learn something from it, and it makes all of our existence that much more meaningful together? I'm both a physical human being and I'm a spiritual being. And I often think about my awareness of that, and there's a consciousness that exists in all of us that sometimes we wonder where these amazing revelations and thoughts come from. And I call that the God consciousness, the I am consciousness. It's the part of me that connects with God, that tells me that I am God-like, that God is with me, I'm with God. It's a part, excuse me while I'm moving because my body says I have to right now, so give me a second here. Joseph, I may need your help here. Okay. Just stay there for a second while Ha! Ha! So here's the part that gets kind of tricky. I can still laugh about it. I think, God, if most of the world saw me like this, they go, holy shit, how did he get that way? Well, part of it is we've created a life that causes this kind of stuff in a lot of people, and nobody goes around and asks the question, could we be doing this to ourselves because of the way we've created this life?
Yeah.
The way we behave, the way we allow things to transform in our world and allow chemicals everywhere that shouldn't even be in existence, just so it makes somebody some money. And it's like, okay, and I'm not blaming my condition on chemicals or, I mean, that's part of it, but the lesson I've learned is that there's a lot of things we do as human beings that we don't need to be doing, that we've kind of created a mess for ourselves, and we've created a mess for the planet and all the co-inhabitants of the planet. And so here we are, living what we think is a great human existence, causing each other such stress and pain and suffering that all of a sudden it catches up with us one day and we go, oh my gosh, what did I do? How did it happen? How did it become this way? because we're not conscious. We're not making decisions out of consciousness. We're making unconscious decisions because of desires and wishes and things that we think are going to make us happy that don't have anything to do with happiness at all. So, I can't really speak for other people. I just know that I'm a fairly typical human being that likes a lot of stuff and has always reveled in having a lot of stuff. And boy, I look back now and I think, oh my gosh, could have been so different. Could have had, the peace and joy that I've longed for a long time without all that stuff. And it took me getting to where I am now to really understand that.